Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well. Time for another video. Now this one's a little bit different because today I am moving apartments. When I first moved to Melbourne, there was this apartment in the skyline that I saw and it was like, wow, I want to live there. And I think at the time it had just finished its development. Its name is the Australia 108, which apparently is one of the highest residential apartments in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's definitely the biggest in Melbourne at least. And long story short, I have been living there for almost the past 2 years. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen initially, but when I first came to Melbourne, I saw this apartment. I kind of set it as a goal of mine to live there. And it came to fruition over time. Not exactly how I thought it would, but it happened. And I've loved it for almost the past 2 years. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom we were staying in. Me and my girlfriend were sharing with one other girl. She was fine. Great location. Nice facilities, just pretty good overall. But we came to a point recently where we wanted to kind of expand and get our own space again. Get an apartment that we didn't have to share with anyone else. And that's what we've done. So last night we shifted things across, and today I kind of swapped the keys over for the previous apartment, giving it back to the other owner. And there we are. So a bit of change again happening, coming by. I'm looking forward to it. It's still a good building. It's relatively new. The development's fine. The facilities are also quite good. Pool, gym, sauna, steam room, all of that. I will say the gym on this one's probably better than the previous, which was hard to beat, mainly due to the size. So it's a much bigger gym and there's more machines, especially for legs if you're into that. So I'll kind of dabble in that. Got a nice little hip thrust machine going on, and a lot of other machines that my girlfriend can use as well, so that's good for both of us. Location wise, the new apartment, still the same area, but it's closer. It has better access to a lot more transport and just walking across the bridges in Melbourne, like between the CBD and South Bank. And it's slightly closer to my external gym, my other gym that I go to as well. Looking forward to it. I'll probably show it to you guys sometime. It's not the cleanest or most presentable right now. We've got a lot of boxes and everything from moving around, so after I film this video, I'll be going back home to unpack and organize everything, make it a bit more presentable. So hopefully I can share it with you sometime soon. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, but there is a study room as well. So me and my girlfriend, we've set up desks. So she's got a smaller desk, I've got my larger one for my desktop and everything, and even a single bed in the study room. So it's going to be a nice little space. Then we've got the main bedroom, ensuite, laundry, kitchen. The lounge is quite big and it's connected to a balcony, so it's definitely much roomier in that regard. Roomier. But it's one of my own little updates for you guys. I think when I started recording this button, I wanted to touch on a bit more just the achievement of mine. It was moving into that previous apartment. We were there for almost 2 years, and like I said earlier at the start of this video, when I moved to Melbourne, it was a nice big goal of mine. It was the biggest tower I could see, and obviously because it was new, it looked nice, and I set it as a vision for myself to put the work in, to do whatever, to find a way to live in that apartment. Because in a way, when you look at the CBD and South Bank apartments, overall it's got a pretty high standard. I think at the time it was definitely one of the best managed, best just a very modern apartment. Now they have changed management recently, which was kind of a reason why I wasn't as set on staying there. But I think they're getting better anyway. I just didn't want to stay in the same spot for too long. Almost 2 years in the same apartment. It's pretty much the longest I've stayed anywhere. So I just wanted to have a bit of a change of scenery again, even though it's in a nearby area. Different building, different people, different rooms, different facilities. And it's actually in the same apartment as one of my old friends and my first flatmate that I had when I moved to Australia. And he doesn't even know yet. So if you're watching this video, surprise. But if not, I'll surprise you soon anyway in person. You will find a way to make your dreams come true. Even if it's something as simple as you want to live in this apartment, you want to live in this neighborhood, you want to have this job, you want to play this sport, whatever it is. This is something I say so often in all of my different videos. That was a dream apartment of mine, and I lived there for 2 years. Moving from a different country, I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. I just knew I wanted it. Sometimes all you guys have to do is just choose and decide what you actually want and go for it. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to believe it is going to happen. It's amazing once you realize that there's so much you can achieve, there's so much you can see, do, experience. There's so much you can be a part of if you just believe in yourself. It just comes down to mindset majority of the time. No one gave me a to-do or a breakdown or a guide on how I would find a way to make it all work, to get a better job where I could kind of position myself, and also the timing. The timing was very fortunate as well for myself getting into that apartment. But all you guys need to do is just set your sights on something and go for it. Because you can make it happen just like me. I'm not really special. I'm just Evan, and you're you. So I think you need to believe a bit more. Before you go, I want to actually show you some photos of my previous apartment so you can actually see and understand what I was talking about. So here's the lobby. There's 2 lobbies to entering the building. This was our one. Now, when you go on the elevator, rooftop, that yellow part you saw before is on level 70. What I'll show you here is the gym. So here's the level 70 gym, bit smaller, machines, treadmills, and then on this side, you've got the view out the window from where the treadmills were. And then on the left, got a nice little stretch yoga area with also a much nicer view, I think, on the corner, looking out over the surrounding suburbs and ocean. Look at that. Next up is the pool and spa on level 70. Nice infinity pool here. Look at that. Look at the view over the gardens. That's stunning. Next up, some guy on his phone. There you go. Thought I'd show you that. Why not? And here's another angle. But yeah, I didn't use this too much, but every now and then it was nice having it. So now we'll head on to the other side of the rooftop area. Not the rooftop, sorry. Level 70 area. Nice little sky garden here. And then this was the main lounge area and co-working space. Here's another view out of the window. That's that co-working space there. People come up to study, use the laptops, whatever. That's another view from the other corner. And then now we'll be looking at the main gym on level 11. A lot more free weights down here. Still got a few machines. And then along the left, cable stack, whatever, treadmills, all you need really. Then we head off into the pool and sauna steam on the same level, level 11. Nice little lap pool here. Feels like you're in Tron. And then you'll see on the left in the next photo very shortly, they've got the sauna, steam, sauna. And that's the sauna. There you go. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. I hope you have a lovely day. Peace out.